Non-starters for the Astros, number 7, Paul Narum. Number 14, Chase Keller. Number 3, Oliver Luck. And number 13, Joe Fryer. Now for your starting lineups for the Bombers, visitors on the scoreboard. Leading off and doing the catching is number 6, Sam Osak. Batting second, the shortstop, number 8,
This is a presentation of Magnitude Sports.
First baseman, number 15, Charlie Kalbrenner. Batting cleanup, center fielder, number 14, Jordan Leininger. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 11, Brady Manley. Batting sixth, doing the pitching, number 17, Mike Rosberg. Batting seventh, third baseman, number 24, Zach Lamont. Batting eighth, playing second base is number 2, Owen Beam. And batting ninth is right fielder, number 3, Levi Speet. The Bombers are coached by Nate Walsh and Christian Berg. Now for the Astros. Leading off and doing the pitching is number 8, Carson Barda. Batting second, playing shortstop is number 10, Anthony Erickson. Batting third, first baseman, number 17, Logan Sullivan. Batting cleanup is second baseman, number 7, Grant Matter. Batting fifth, doing the catching, number 24, Hayden Crescent. Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 16, Drew Rarick. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 11, Alex Such. Batting eighth, playing right field is number 1, Matt Nelson. And batting ninth is center fielder, number 2, Colby Nissen. Playing in left field is number 4, Michael Grensteiner. The Astros are coached by Tyler Ukestead and Trey Larimer. Now we would ask that you all please rise, remove your headwear, and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
Alrighty, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, opening pitch here from Starion.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Go Promo is your Go apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
Alrighty, we rejoin you here from Starion Bank Field. Hi, hello, and welcome to this broadcast on Magnitude Sports. Another doubleheader on our hands here today. It's the Post 2 Bombers taking on the Post 400 Astros. Nice little inner-city rivalry here between the Astros and the Bombers.
Behind the plate
It looks like we're going to have a early start here today. Local time 5:26, and you can see out warming up the starting pitcher today for the Post 400 Astros, and that's going to be Carson Barda. Barda batting leadoff, the usual spot for him in the lineup, and also seeing him a fair amount on the mound here. And we'll see him here again tonight, and he's going to be going up against Mike Rosberg. Rosberg will be the opposing starting pitcher for the Fargo Bombers. He'll be batting in the number 6 spot. Those of you just joining us here, we'll go through lineups here if we have time. 2-3 due up here is going to be Sam Ozak, Landon Meyer, and Charlie Kalbrenner. Those are the 3 due up for the Bombers. Then after that, it's going to be Jordan Leininger, Brady Manley, Michael Rosberg, Zach Lamont, Owen Beam, and Levi Sweet. That's the starting 9. And then for the Astros, it's Carson Barta, Anthony Erickson, Logan Sullivan, Grant Matter, Hayden Creston, Drew Rarick, Alex Such, Matt Nelson, Colby Nissen, and then Michael
Leading off for the
Brentsteiner,
Bombers
your
in the top
flex,
half of the first
out in left
is
field.
the catcher, number 6, Sam Osak.
So here we go, about ready to get this one started 3 minutes early. 5:27 your local time, and it's going to be Sam Ozak leading things off. And first pitch of the game to Ozak, and it's taken outside for strike 1. Barta to the left hand of the leadoff man. Has that one driven out, carrying but foul. That's going to go down as an 0-2 count. So already a quick pitcher's count here to the leadoff Ozak. Barta will look for the first out. On the 0-2. And he got him swinging for strike 3. 3 pitches and 1 out. Nice start for Carson Barta
Batting
and the
second for
Astros.
Bombers, shortstop number 8, Landon Meyer.
That brings up Landon Meyer. Meyer's got the bases empty with 1 away after the strikeout. First pitch to Meyer on the way, and it got him. Landon Meyer hit by pitch, and that's going to put a runner on first.
Batting third, the first baseman, number
Brings up
15,
Charlie
Charlie
Kalbrenner.
Kalbrenner.
Kalbrenner's got Meyer over on first after the hit by pitch with 1 down. First pitch of the at-bat on the way. A check swing, but umpire liked it in there for a strike. Count is 0-1. From the stretch, the 0-1. And that one going to be driven out towards the outfield. Charging back and over the head of Matt Nelson. That's going to probably be extra bases. Rounding third and being waved home is Meyer, and Meyer going to be in, standing up, and it's a quick start for the Bombers. They're up 1-0. It's a 1-run double. Charlie Kalbrenner driving home the run.
Batting fourth for the Bombers, center fielder, number 14, Jordan Leininger.
That brings up the cleanup man, Jordan Leininger. Leininger will look to keep the good juju going here for the Bombers. It was a 3-pitch strikeout to start off the game, but since then, the Bombers had a man get hit by a pitch, and then a pitch get hit pretty deep into the outfield by Kalbrenner. That's your scoring thus far. Once again, if you're joining us just late here, 5:30 was the original first pitch scheduled time, but a bit of an early start here on a beautiful day from Fargo, North Dakota. And it's an early good start here for the Bombers, and that's going to continue as that one is driven through the hole. A line drive base hit. Leininger joining in on the fun, and now runners being put on the corners. Two on for Brady Manley.
Batting fifth, left fielder, number 11, Brady Manley.
Already the Bombers getting the Astros for 2 hits and a run. They've still got 2 outs to play with here in the top of the first. Manley, another lefty. Seen our fair share of left-handed hitters thus far for the Bombers. Manley will show bunt and pull back as the runner takes off for second. It was a good throw. The umpire said he was safe. Got in underneath the tag. Leininger taking off. Crescent with a good throw, but just couldn't quite get the tag right there. Now 2 in scoring position. The count is 0-1. Barta's pitch on an 0-1 count is popped up high, carrying out towards the outfield. The runners will hold up, and it's going to be dropped in between the 2 outfielders, and that's going to bring home Kalbrenner. Charlie Kalbrenner being driven in as Runner Leininger will
Batting sixth,
hold
the
up on
pitcher, number
second, it looks
17,
like.
Mike Rosberg.
That brings up Mike Rosberg, the starting pitcher. So the score now 2-0 in favor of the Bombers as the runner Cal Renner scoring. He also has an RBI, so a pretty solid inning for him thus far, as he's accounted for both of these post 2 runs. First pitch to Rosberg, a ball. The second pitch to Rosberg, a ball. 2-0 the count to the opposing starting pitcher. He's got 2 runners on, Leininger and Manley. 2-0 pitch from Barta. That one popped up high towards the outfield. Should be playable between Nissen and Nelson. And the catch is made for out number 2. Tagging up and heading to third is Leininger, and he's going to be in safely. So Matt Nelson makes the catch out in right field.
Batting seventh for the Bombers, third baseman,
Runner
number
will advance
24,
to
Zach
third.
Lamont.
And Manley will hold up on first. Runners on the corners with 2 down now for Zach Lamont. Lamont will settle in to try and keep this solid first inning alive for post 2. First pitch to Lamont is a ball. Lamont settling back into the box now, ready for pitch number 2. And he chops it over towards third. Alex Such coming in. Should be a routine play. And a nice little pick right there by Sullivan over on first base for the third out of the inning.
For the Bombers,
It was
the top half
a
of the
first inning that was kind for the Bombers. They
One
get 2
Astro error and
runs
2 runners
on
left
2
on
hits.
base.
1
After
Astros
half
error. They
Bombers
do
2,
leave
Astros
2 on
come
base,
away.
but they jump out on top. 2-0 here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. See if the Astros can respond right after this quick word from your sponsor.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo.
What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Alrighty, we rejoin you here live from Starry on Bank Field, the site for this doubleheader between the Post 2 Bombers and the Post 400 Astros here on Magnitude Sports. That's the Bombers. Post 2 with a 2-0 lead off of 2 hits coming in the top of the first inning. Pretty good start for them, and we'll see what they're made of out here on the field now, as you can take a look at Michael Rosberg warming up. He'll be the starting pitcher for Post 2, and he's going to be facing off against the top of the
Leading
order.
off the bottom
Carson
half of the
Barta,
first for the
Anthony
Astros,
Erickson,
the
and
pitcher,
Logan
number 8,
Sullivan, the
Carson
3 duo.
Barta.
Barta, the starting pitcher for the Astros, back in his usual leadoff spot, and first at bat of the game here for the Astros going to be a pitcher v pitcher duel. Rosberg's first pitch of the game is taken low for strike 1. It was a fastball. 0-1 the count to Barta. On the way, and that one is poked over towards second base. Owen Beam fielding the grounder, and it's an easy 4-3 ground out for the first out of the inning.
Batting second, the shortstop, number 10, Anthony
Next
Erickson.
is Anthony Erickson. Erickson at shortstop today for the Astros, and he'll settle in with the bases empty and 1 down after the ground out. Time will be called first. Erickson will take a step out of the box, get a swing in. Sort of like me at the driving range, getting a few extra practice swings in. And the first pitch to Erickson, taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Second pitch from Rostberg is swung on and popped up, but well out of play. That one flying high into the sunny sky and drifting its way over the backstop. Count 1-1 now after the foul ball. Rosberg dealing. And that one going to be drifting out over towards second. A sliding stop by Beam. Throw from his knees. And they're going to say he's safe. Erickson digging it out. Nice hustle right there. Would have been a heck of a play over at second by Owen Beam. But Anthony Erickson going to get the hitting started with an infield single.
17, Logan Sullivan.
That brings up Logan Sullivan with 1 on and 1 down. First pitch on the way to Sullivan, and it's popped up high, but should be foul. And it is. Got a mini heart attack there for a second. The umpire and I locked eyes. I thought he was maybe warning me. Count is 0-1. Rosberg now from the stretch with the runner on first. That pitch also popped up high and foul. That one for sure over my head. And I think now if anyone's going to be having a heart attack, it's going to be owners of cars parked out in the parking lot. But I didn't hear a crash, so I think we should be good. 0-2 after that foul ball. Rosberg looking for out number 2. And that pitch is going to be belted out towards the outfield. Drifting back is Manley. Manley near the wall makes the catch for out number 2, and heading back over to first is Anthony Erickson.
Batting fourth, second baseman number 7, Grant Matter.
It's 2 down now for the cleanup man, Grant Matter. Matter batting fourth, also number 4, at least in the scorecard, playing over at second base. Before the first pitch to Matter comes in, there'll be a pickoff attempt over at first as Erickson slides back in. First pitch to Matter is chopped in the ground over towards short. Meyer should have an easy play. He flips it over to second base for the force out, and that's going to do it for the first inning. The Bombers lead 2-0 as the Astros get 1 hit and infield single, but they leave a runner on. We'll be right back with more baseball right after this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Alrighty, we rejoin you here back in action for the second inning about to get underway. Top of the second and your score 2-0. It's the Post 2 Bombers leading the Post 400 Astros thanks to 2 base hits and
Leading
a
up
pitch
the top half of the second for the Bombers,
in the
second
top half of
baseman
the
number
first
2,
inning.
Owen Beam.
We'll see if the Bombers can follow up that inning here in inning number 2. It's going to be Owen Beam leading things off. Beam, who had a pretty busy inning out in the field in the bottom of the first. Saw a fair share of balls come his way and was responsible for 2 of the 3 outs. He'll look to not be responsible for an out right here as the first pitch coming into Beam for strike 1. Barta from the windup. As his pitch flared out towards the outfield, should be playable, and the catch is made over in left field by Michael Grensteiner for out number 1.
Batting ninth for the Bombers is right fielder number 3, Levi Sweet.
That brings up Levi Sweet. Sveit, excuse me. That one's going to be challenging me all game long, I feel. Sveit, the number 9 hitter. After that's the top of the order in Ozak and Meyer. First pitch to Sveit is swung on for strike 1. The 0-1 is taken for a ball to even the count. Sveit, yet another left-handed hitter. About 10% of the population is left-handed. Although granted, left-handed doesn't always equal left-handed hitting. A lot of times baseball players will try and teach themselves to hit left-handed to give themselves an advantage from a young age. The 2-1 pitch is fouled off. As a matter of fact, I actually know someone personally that is a left-handed hitter but throws and writes right-handed. And he happened to be a former Post 2 player himself. That pitch is going to be hit the other way but foul. And of course there's countless major leaguers among those ranks too. A notable example being Minnesota's own Joe Mauer. Count is 2-2 to Sveit. And a check swing, but he got him looking for strike 3. Barta sends him down, and that's the second out of the inning. That brings up the leadoff man, Sam Ozak.
Top of the order for the Bombers, the catcher, Sam Ozak.
Ozak 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this ball game. He's got the bases empty with 2 down. First pitch, a breaking ball taken for strike 1. Nice pitch right there by Barta to catch the outside part, or inside part of the zone, actually. Here's the 0-1. That one going to be hit over towards short, and going down nearly on a knee is Anthony Erickson. That's a nice catch to end the inning.
In the top half of the second,
1-2-3 inning for the Astros as they bring up 3 bombers and send them all 3 down.
The Astros nothing.
Your score holds 2-0 here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Back with more in a jiffy.
Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
Alrighty, welcome back here to the Bombers and the Astros on Magnitude Sports. 2-0 your score as we head towards the bottom of the second inning. Already a little more offense than we saw last night if you tuned into the Comets game against Devils Lake. That game too, it was a thriller. Really, both of them were thrillers. One on each end of the spectrum. The first game was a 10-8 final. Devils Lake winning that one in 9 innings. And then game 2 was, I believe, 2-1 was the final score. And it was the Comets winning that one in extra innings, and cracked me up. Taking a look over at that scoreboard over on the field out in right
Leading
field.
off the bottom half of the second.
Well, last night it sort of looked like binary code with all those 1s and 0s, but already a little bit of offense here, and we'll see if the Astros can supply some of their own offense as they trail 2-0 in the bottom of the second. They've certainly got plenty of ball game to make up this deficit. Hayden Crescent going to lead things off, the catcher. And the first pitch down Main Street for strike 1. Here's Rosberg's pitch, and that one fouled straight back into the net for an 0-2 count. Crescent just missing that one. Might have got it with the end of his bat right there. Pitcher's count. Rostberg deals and got him swinging for strike three. 3 pitches and 1 out right there. A nice start in the bottom of the second for Rostberg and the
Batting
Bombers.
6th, designated hitter, number 16, Drew Rarick.
That brings up the DH in Drew Rarick. Drew Rarick, Alex Such, and Matt Nelson. The 3-2 up here, should we get that far. Rarick taking a hack at the first pitch, and it's fouled off. A 1 count, here's the pitch. And it's going to be flared out towards right field and dropping for a base hit. Drew Rarick is thinking of going for 2, and he's going to be in safely with a double. Nice piece of hitting right there by Drew Rarick. That puts a runner on second for Alex Such.
Batting 7th, third baseman, number 11, Alex Such.
Now 2 hits apiece here for these 2 teams here in the second inning. Such now digging in. Another lefty, this one for the Astros. First pitch high and away for a ball. 1-0 the count to the third baseman. Now it looks like a balk is going to be called. Rarick going to advance over to third. So now Drew Rarick 90 feet away from scoring the first run of the game for the Astros. That one coming via a balk by Rostberg. 1-0 pitch to Such is outside for a strike. Count even at 1 apiece. From the stretch, Rostberg. Pitch misses high for a ball. You could see Ozak pop up, thinking about maybe making a throw over to third base, but would not release the ball, as Rarick was able to sort of shuffle his way back into safety. Count now 3-1 after that pitch taken for a ball. It's a hitter's count here to Alex Such, with a chance to maybe do some damage with the runner on third. Matt Nelson looming in the on-deck circle. A 3-1. Catching the outside part of the zone. 3-2, a full count. Big pitch upcoming right here. Payoff pitch is popped up. Foul ball, and the count remains at 3-2. Rostberg kicks and fires and misses for ball 4. Such will take his base over at first. 2 on now for Matt Nelson
Batting
with 1
8th
down.
for the Astros, the right fielder, number 1, Matt Nelson.
For the Astros, this inning looking like a great chance to maybe put a few runs on the board. Nelson settles in. First pitch on the way, and it's taken for strike 1. A quick throw over by Ozak, as it looked like maybe Such would take off. It would certainly be a stolen base situation, as you want to try and avoid the potential of a double play by eliminating the force out over at second, but Such holding up at first. The count is 0-1 as the pitch came in as a strike. Nelson now just popping that one up a slight amount. Down the foul ball line. Count 0-2 as Kalbrenner couldn't quite get a jump on it. Rosberg will look for the out right here. And he won't get it. Instead, it's going to be a leaping catch that is in and out of the glove of Meyer, over the head of Meyer. And that brings home Drew Rarick for the first run for the Astros. RBI single for
Batting
Matt
ninth,
Nelson.
center fielder number 2, Colby Nissen.
Brings up Colby Nissen in a 2-1 ball game now. It was Landon Meyer who tried to channel his inner Spider-Man right there, nearly able to scale the walls of New York City and snag it, but just couldn't quite get it, and it's a 2-1 game. 2 on now for Colby Nissen. Nissen watching the first pitch go by for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. That one high and tight for a ball. Looked like that one just might have gotten away from Rosberg a tiny bit. Count even at 1-1. Nissen grounding that one over towards second. Chance for 2 as making the throw while falling down. Kalbrenner couldn't quite put the squeeze on it. They will get 1 out, however, and the run will not score, as Such is going to advance over to third. Runners on the corners now with 2 down for the leadoff man, Barta.
Top of the order for the Astros, the pitcher number 8, Carson Barta.
Barta 0 for 1 with a ground out in this game, and now it looks like we have a brief stoppage on the diamond. Umpires discussing a few things. Now he's going to go over to the coach of the Astros and share their thoughts. We do know for sure that they did get 1 out, that one being over at second base. Such the runner on third, and Nissen the runner on first. Now, it is worth noting that Meyer was falling down when he made the throw. It was tough to tell for sure. Argument might be for obstruction or something of the sort, but I can't say with 100% certainty if that's the case or not. But certainly something is being discussed, and it certainly is something important. Granted, I don't know if the umpires would call that a second out or not, just based off at least the lack of irate reaction from the coach right now. Granted, that might just be a little bit of confusion, but who knows for sure? I'm just speculating. Tough to say in a situation like this. We do know that if that play stands, it's going to be Barta with runners on first and third. And now it looks like they will call it the third out of the inning. So it must have been an obstruction or some sort of ruling of that kind. As now you can see the fielders coming in for the Bombers, as it looks like they will give them the double play. So that's going to do it here for inning number 2. The Astros that do cut into the deficit. It's 2-1 here on Magnitude Sports as the Astros get 2 hits and 1 run. We'll be back with the top of the third right after this.
Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
Alrighty, welcome back to Magnitude Sports. Score change here as the Bombers now lead the Astros 2-1. Astros bringing home a run in the bottom of the second. And it's a one-run deficit now here between these two Fargo rivals as we approach the third of 7 innings here, at least tentatively speaking 7 innings. Saw a pretty rare occurrence here yesterday at Starion if you tuned into the Comets game. As I mentioned earlier, both games were extra innings of the doubleheader.
Leading off for the Bombers.
I'd never seen extra innings thus far for baseball.
Shortstop Landon
But I
Meyer.
got to see it twice last night. In for a treat with both of those games, and this game shaping up to be similarly great as well. Landon Meyer going to lead things off for the Bombers here in the top of the third. Meyer walked his first time up. I say walk, he was actually hit by pitch. But regardless, he took his base over on first in the first inning. The count is 1-0 now to Meyer. That pitch missing for ball 2. Meyer, Kalbrenner, and Leininger the 3-2 up for the Bombers. Heart of the order. Barda's pitch in for the first strike of the at-bat. The count now 2-1. Barda from the windup on a 2-1 count. As his pitch fouled off, it clatters into that metal pole. That's that noise you heard. The count 2-2. You can see that pole with the flag up on top, and ball managed to get a piece of that for a very loud strike, too. 2-2 from Barda, and it got him on the head. Meyer now 2 for 2 and getting hit by a pitch, and I don't think he's going to complain a whole lot. It helps out the old on-base
First baseman
percentage.
Charlie Kalbrenner.
And it brings up Charlie Kalbrenner with one on. Kalbrenner 1 for 1 with a double. It was an RBI double. Did some damage in the first, and we'll see if he can continue that here in the third. As Kalbrenner actually drove in one run and then scored the other. He's been Mr. Bomber thus far, at least as far as offensive production goes in this inning. Or in this game, I should say. But of course, that coming in the first inning. First pitch to Kalbrenner missing for a ball, 1-0. Kalbrenner swinging on a pitch inside. Should be a chance for just the out over at first. It's a glove flip. Nicely done by Grant Matter for the first out of the inning. Meyer will advance over to second on the ground out.
The center fielder, Jordan Leininger.
Well, it wasn't a full-on glove throw. We've seen a few of those if you watch some Major League Baseball. The ball maybe can't always get it out of the glove in time, and they just throw the whole glove. But it was a flip from the glove by Matter to get the first out of the inning. That brings up Jordan Leininger, who's 1 for 1 with a single. Leininger will call time and step out. Here's the first pitch. That one is going to be popped up high but foul. Carrying over towards that bullpen. Count 0-1. Meyer getting a lead over at second. You can see Matter coming in. Barta checking the runner. Now he'll throw, and that pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Even count to Leininger is looking for hit number 2 in this ball game. He takes the pitch low in the dirt for a ball. 2-1 the count. Barta's pitch is going to be popped up high towards the outfield. It's carrying out towards the gap. Might be playable, but it's going to drop for a hit. Leininger with the second hit of the game, and now coming home is going to be Meyer. And standing up for a double is Jordan Leininger. 3-1 now for the Bombers. They get their 2-run lead back.
Left fielder Brady Manley.
Brady Manley will dig in now with Leininger on second. Manley is 0 for 1, but he reached base on an error his first time up. Now the third hit of the game for the Bombers. And they've all come from either Leininger or Kalbrenner. Barta gonna step off. Now the first pitch to Manley. Missing for a ball. 1-0 the count. Here's the second pitch of the at-bat. Barta firing over. That one missing high for a ball. 2-0 to Manley. Now time going to be called as one of the post 400 coaches is going to go out onto the mound and have a word with Barta. Crescent will join in on the conversation as a potential big inning brewing here for post 2. They've scored 1 already. They've got 2 outs to play with here with a runner in scoring position. Leininger over at second. And the man in the batter's box, Brady Manley, working with a hitter's count at 2-0. Good use of a mound visit right here to try and calm things down and prevent this inning from being anything more than just a one-run one. Try saying that 3 times fast. Back to baseball now after the meeting. Two-0 pitch incoming, and it catches the zone for strike 1. Barta firing a nice pitch in there after a meeting on the mound, and count is at 2-1 now. Barta's pitch, another fastball in there for strike 2. Count even, and Barta looking to battle back and get the out right here. Manley will look to protect the plate on a 2-strike count. The 2-2. Check swing. Umpire said he didn't go. Throw over from Crescent as the runner Leininger taking off for third. And now, apparently another controversy out here on the diamond. Now, Apparently the debate was whether or not he went on the check swing. The umpire said that he didn't go, which would make it a 3-2 count. Post 400 not thrilled with that call. Now big payoff pitch upcoming from Barta to Manley. Leininger, the runner, over on third base. Payoff pitch misses high for ball 4, and Manley will take his base. 2 on now for Michael Rosberg, the pitcher.
The pitcher, Mike Rosberg.
Rosberg 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. That was a momentum shifting at bat right there. It looked like the Astros were on the verge of a strikeout to put 2 down, but instead it's 2 on and 1 down. First pitch to Rosberg, he lays off for ball 1. That will be potentially a pivotal moment here in this game, depending on how the scoring plays out the rest of the way. Still only the 3rd inning, a lot of ball game left here though, as Barta's second pitch fired in for a strike. One pitch is popped up high but into foul territory. That puts the count at 1-2. Pitcher's count here Barta's working with now, as the Astros are seeking out number 2. One-two pitch, check swing. Umpire said he went for strike 3. So they get the strike on the check swing that time around, and it's now 2 down for Zach Lamont.
Third baseman, Zach Lamont.
For Carson Barta, that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Lamont 0 for 1. He grounded out his previous time up, and he's got 2 on with 2 down. He'll look to be a clutch hitter right here for the Bombers, as they'll want to avoid stranding 2 on base. Count is 1-0. Second pitch to Lamont's taken high for a ball. Two-0 pitch fouled straight back into the netting. That's the first strike of the at-bat. Unofficially now 50 pitches on the night for Carson Barta, 23 balls and 27 strikes. Barta will try to pick off the runner over at first. Manley safe over at the first base. Pitch in for a strike as Crescent fires over to first now. Manley been dancing around on the base pass a little bit, but has been able to get back into safety each time. Count even at 2-2 now. One pitch would end this top of the 3rd right here. 2-2 misses outside to fill up the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Zach Lamont. So Lamont walked, then that would load the bases for Owen Beam. Payoff pitch is poked over towards first and getting past the diving Sullivan. That's going to score a run for the Bombers. It's Leininger coming in to score. Manley over to third, and that's an RBI single for Zach Lamont. Nice piece of 2-out hitting, and that makes it 4-1.
Second baseman, Owen Beam.
Owen Beam up next, and he's got runners on the corners with 2 down. 4-1 now your score here. The Bombers with 2 in the first and 2 in the third. Beam is 0 for 1. He flew out his last time up. First pitch, Beam taking for a ball. Here's the 1-0. That one in the lower part of the zone for a strike. Fastball over at the knees. Count even at 1 to Beam. Barda's pitch from the stretch. Another fastball in for strike 2. And another 2-strike count here for Carson Barda. Bombers were down to their last strike in the inning last time around, and it was a RBI single for Lamont. See what the outcome is here. That one's going to be chopped over towards Erickson at short. Over to second base. They get the force out at second to end the inning. But it's 2 more runs for the Bombers here in the top of the third. They lead 4-1 off of 2 more hits. 3-run ball game here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We'll be back with more baseball right after this quick word from your sponsor.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
The pitcher, Carson Barda.
Alrighty, we rejoin you here for the bottom of the third inning between the Bombers and the Astros. 4-1 your score here. It's the post-2 Bombers with a 3-run lead. Astros looking for some catching up, and it's going to be the top of the order tasked with doing that. Carson Barda, Anthony Erickson, and Logan Sullivan, the 3-2 up. First pitch to Barda in for strike 1. Barda is 0 for 1 on the game with a ground out. Time going to be called now. Barda will step out of the box. Pitching thus far for Michael Rosberg's been pretty good. 28 pitches, 22 strikes, and only 6 balls. Those unofficial stats courtesy of the iScore app. As Barda swings through the second pitch for strike 2. Rosberg working with a pitcher's count. He'll look to get the out right here, set the tone for the inning. 0-2 on the way. And it's going to be lined up the middle, over towards center field and dropping before Leininger. Leadoff base hit here for Barda, who's now 1 for 2.
Shortstop, Anthony Erickson.
That brings up Anthony Erickson, who's 1 for 1 with a single of his own coming in the first inning. These two teams back on level terms as far as hits go now with 4 apiece. First pitch to Erickson, he shows bunt, and it's laid down the line and carrying just foul. Heads up play by Lamont right there to let that ball roll over the other side of the line. And it's going to be an 0-1 count. Erickson will settle back in. Here's the second pitch of the at-bat. Bunt being shown again. Erickson will pull back as that one is taken outside for a ball. Osak popping up, checking over at Barda on first, but Barda not too far off the bag. He gets back in pretty easily, and there's no throw from Osak. Even count at 1-1. Bunt being shown again by Erickson. That time it is in for a strike, and now the throw from Osak. That one's going off the mark, and over to second base goes Barda. The count is 1-2, but at a cost as Carson Barda works his way into scoring position. Here's the 1-2 to Erickson. And Erickson lines that one through the gap for a base hit. Barda will retreat back over to second base, but it's a single for Anthony Erickson to put 2 on. Two on now for Logan Sullivan. Sullivan 0 for 1 with
First
a
baseman
flyout in
Logan
the first
Sullivan.
inning. First pitch to Sullivan, he shows bunt and pulls back. Pitch missing the zone for a ball. Here's the 1-0. Sullivan showing bunt again and pulling back yet again. That one also outside the zone for a 2-0 count. Two-0 pitch from Rosberg. Sullivan squaring up this bunt, but it rolls over foul. The foul ball goes down as the first strike of the at-bat and puts the count at 2-1. 2 on for Sullivan here with 0 outs. And another good opportunity here for the Astros to cut into what is now a 3-run deficit after the Bombers got 2 more in the top of the third. Rosberg deals Sullivan a bunt that is popped up high but can't quite be caught. You can see Ozak on his horse over there trying to make the catch. I don't even think Usain Bolt would have ran that one down. Count now 2-2. Here's the pitch to Sullivan, and it's high for a ball. Count now full at 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. Outside for ball 4. Sullivan walks, and the bases are loaded. 3 ducks on the pond now here for Grant Matter, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Sullivan, Erickson, and Barda the faces on the bases for the Astros. Still 0 outs here for post 400 as well. This is really a good chance for them to at least get 1 run here. Of course, if you tuned into the Comets game last night, we saw a bases loaded double play off of a series of intentional walks. And then it was a fly ball that landed in the outfield, preventing it from being an infield fly. It dropped right before the outfielder. So the runners held up at their respective bases with only 1 away. They got the out at home on the throw and then got a force out at second as well to end the inning. But I tell you what, I don't know that we'll see the same thing only with a triple play because there's 0 away now.
Stepping in for the Astros is the second baseman, number 7,
I tell ya,
Grant Matter.
There was an inning-ending triple play right here. I don't know what I'd do, but I'd do something pretty outrageous, that's for sure. That would probably be the play of the season. First pitch to Matter is a ball. Here's the 1-0. Matter watching that one for a strike. Count even at 1-1. Even count pitch from Rosberg, and that one is poked over towards second base. A chance for 2, but a run will score. And instead, they're just going to get 1 out. That'll be Sullivan out at second. Barta will score, and now it's a 2-run game, 4-2.
The catcher, Hayden Crescent.
Hayden Crescent up next, and he's got runners on the corners. Crescent 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this game. First pitch to Crescent is taken outside for a ball. 1-0 the count to the catcher. Second pitch of the at-bat is going to be clocked out over towards the outfield. It's a nice catch out in right field, a chance for the double play, and they say he's safe. Matter just getting back in time. It was a nice catch by Levi's feet.
The designated hitter,
Went down to the ground to scoop it off the ground, sort of almost snow coning it. And the throw nearly getting the double play, but Grant Matter able to get back in. Runners held up on the corners for Drew Rarick, who's 1 for 1 with a double. Rarick takes the first pitch for ball 1. From Rosberg, missing for ball 2. Hitters count now to the man that's designated to hit in Rarick. Two pitches swung through for strike 1. Another pitch on the way from Rosberg and swung through again for strike 2. Rosberg has now evened up the count with a pair of swinging strikes. And he'll look to escape the inning with the lead intact on this pitch right here. Now, runners taking off, dancing around, heading over to third. It's a rundown for Erickson. And we'll see how exactly Post 2 handles this, as they've got everyone backed up and they're going to tag Erickson out to end the inning. So that's going to do it here for the bottom of the third, as the Astros do bring home 1 run on a few hits and a bomber error. 4-2 your score here on the Magnitude Sports after that wild ending to the inning. We head towards the 4th right after this.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
the Bombers is right
Alrighty,
fielder,
welcome back to
number
some
3,
more baseball.
Levi
We got
Sweet.
Legion action on our hands here today. Doubleheader between the Bombers and the Astros. Full 2-year score. The Bombers lead by 2 as we approach the top of the 4th inning. It's going to be Levi Sweet leading things off. Sweet 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Sweet, Sam Osak, and Landon Meyer, the 3-2 up. The count is 1-0 to the right fielder. Sweet hits that one up the middle over towards Barta. There's those shortstop instincts as he snags the grounder for the first out of the inning.
Back to the
One
top of the
down
order
for the
Bombers.
leadoff man,
Catcher,
Sam Osak.
Sam Osak.
Osak 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a line out. So we're now just over an hour into this ball game, an hour and a minute to be exact. First pitch coming in at 5:27 local time. If you do some quick math, must now mean it's 6:28. 1-0 to Osak. Second pitch, Osak dribbling over towards first. Sullivan snagging the ground out and stepping on the bag for out number 2. It's a quick 2 outs here for the Astros as they'll look to get out of this inning fairly quickly. That brings up
Shortstop
Landon Meyer.
Landon Meyer.
Meyer been one of the most dangerous presences at the plate thus far for the Bombers. Reached base both times by getting hit by a pitch. Half surprised he's not settling into the batter's box with bubble wrap here the 3rd time around. First pitch to Meyer is a breaking ball taken for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Barta. That one swung through for strike 2. It's a quick 0-2 count. Now Barta and the Astros 1 pitch away from a 1-2-3 inning. Barta from the windup. Has it popped up, should be playable. Drifting in is Nissen out in center field. Nissen getting on his horse near the end, but
For the Bombers, the top half
he's able
of
to
the
stay on
fourth,
his
nothing
horse
across.
and get the
Moving
3rd
to
out of
the
the
bottom
inning.
fourth,
That's
the
going to do
score
it
still Bombers
for the
4,
top half of the
Astros
4th. 1-2-3 as your score remains 4-2. Back with more baseball right after this. Close game on our hands here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo.
What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Alrighty, back in action now here between the Bombers and the Astros, live from Starion Bank Field here in Fargo, North Dakota. Another beautiful day for baseballs. Got some sunny skies here on this fine Wednesday night, 6:32 your local time here, and temperature 87
For the
degrees
Astros
right
in the
now.
bottom half of the 4th, designated hitter Drew Rarick.
Drew Rarick will settle in for his 2nd at-bat of the game. This will be the 3rd time stepping up to the plate, as he was in the batter's box when Erickson got tagged out over between 3rd and home. First pitch to Rarick is taken for a ball. Now it's interesting also noting there's 3 different categories to log. Well, actually 2 different categories. There's an at-bat and there's a plate appearance. Those are two ways to log a player stepping into the batter's box. There's no statistic that accounts for, at least as far as I'm concerned, none that accounts for when a player's in the batter box, but a third out of the inning is over on the base paths, as that is not considered a plate appearance. That one is hit over hard towards third. Lamont can't pick it, and Rarick is going to head over to first. He'll hold up there as he reaches first base to lead things off for the Astros. See officially
Third
what that's
baseman
ruled as.
Alex
It's going to
Such.
go down as a hit. I'll bring up Alex Such. And to sort of go off of my point right there, Such has not registered an at-bat in this game thus far, as he walked his first time up, but he does have a plate appearance. Well, meanwhile, Drew Rarick now has 2 at-bats, 2 plate appearances, but has been in the batter's box 3 times. Gotta love baseball statistics. You could certainly take a class on that matter. In fact, at my college, they do offer a class on that. Unfortunately, was not able to get in as it filled up pretty quickly and it was only allowed for freshmen. 1-1 the count as that pitch is taken in the dirt to Such. It gets past and Rarick is going to head over to second. 2-1 the count now to Such. He's got a runner in scoring position in Drew Rarick. Here's the 2-1. Such swinging through that for strike 2. Now he'll look to protect the plate a little bit at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And got him looking for strike 3. Rostberg hangs up a backwards K for the first out of the inning.
Right fielder Matt Nelson.
That brings up Matt Nelson. Rostberg with his second strikeout of the game. Nelson, who's had a good day at the dish thus far, he's 1 for 1 with a single. And he takes that pitch in the dirt for a ball. It's going to be a close play over at third. Taking off and sliding in safely is Rarick. Nice hustle by Drew Rarick to get over to third. Looked to be a close play right there as that bounce in front of Osak definitely benefiting him. Was nearly able to get the short throw off in time, but Rarick digging it out and sliding in. 1-0. Nelson hits hard, and that one getting through. Kalbrenner can't make the catch, and Rarick is going to score. It's an RBI single for Matt Nelson, his second hit of the game. And just like that, it's 4-3.
Center fielder Colby Nissen.
Colby Nissen due up next. Nissen 0 for 1 with a ground out. First pitch to Nissen. Nissen gives it a ride out towards left field. But the catch is made by Manley for out number 2 as Nelson will drift back over to first.
The pitcher Carson Barda.
Now brings up the top of the order in Carson Barda. Barda grounded out and then singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to Barda, and it looks like you nearly got a piece of him. Might have actually been behind him. Count 1-0. Becomes 2-0 after that pitch taken low for a ball. Rothberg pitch is hit over towards short. Underhand toss over towards second base. Connor and Beam combining for the third out of the inning. Through 4, your score 4-3 here as the Astros tag home one more run here on 1 hit. 4-3, your score, 1-run game as we approach the 5th. Back in a moment right after this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Alrighty, we come back on Magnitude Sports with an update. Over in Williston, it's the Post 400 Stars taking on the Williston. And the score in that one, top of the 5th inning in that game, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Stars. That game can also be found over on Magnitude Sports. Mike Mason on the call for that one. That one a doubleheader as well. And over here in Fargo, North Dakota, 4-3 your score. The Bombers leading the Astros by 1 run. As we approach the top half of the 5th inning, a little over halfway through game 1 here. And it looks like Barda's still the pitcher out on the mound for the Astros. He'll be facing off against Charlie Kalbrenner, Jordan Leininger, and Brady Manley. Especially Kalbrenner and Leininger have done a majority of the heavy lifting thus far for this Bombers offense. Kalbrenner 1 for 2 with a double and a ground out. He's got an RBI and a run scored. And Leininger, I believe, 2 for 2 in the ball game with 2 singles.
Leading off the top half of the 5th for the Bombers, first baseman Charlie Kalbrenner.
Here is Charlie Kalbrenner. First pitch to the first baseman, coming in and taken for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Another pitch on the way from Barda. That one going to be hit the other way over towards left field, and Grensteiner making the catch for out number 1.
Center fielder Jordan Leininger.
For Jordan Leininger is 2 for 2 with actually a single and a double. So he's got the first 2 legs of the cycle out of the way. I've yet to see a player hit for the cycle here on Magnitude. That would certainly be something for the record books. He's got the 2 toughest parts left, the triple and the home run. First pitch taken for strike 1 to Leininger. Here's the 0-1. That pitch nearly breaking back into the zone. For a second, it looked like Leininger might have been a victim of a hit by pitch, but that ball with a little bit of movement on it nearly caught the zone, but instead it'll be taken for a ball. The count 1-1. That one popped up high by Leininger. Should be a tough play out for the shortstop, and Erickson makes the catch for out number 2.
Left fielder Brady Manley.
Probably one of the toughest parts of that play right there was just judging who was going to make the catch. It was Grensteiner who came charging in, but Erickson had a little bit less movement required to get that out. He's able to hunt it down in the blue sky for out number 2. That brings up Brady Manley with the bases empty. He's 0 for 1. He reached on an error and then walked his last time up. First pitch to Manley in the dirt for a ball. Pitch on the way from Barda. That one a check swing, but the umpire saying he held up. 2-0 to Manley. Check swings have been a story in this game thus far. We've seen a few check swings go one way or the other. Here's the 2-0. That one flared out. Might get over the head of Such, but nope. Such proving me wrong right there as he backpedals and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Astros, and a big one at that, as they keep it at a 1-run ball game. They've got a little bit of momentum going now. They've scored 1 run in the last 3 innings. They repeat that feat here in the bottom of the 5th, and they might tie it up. 4-3 your score here. Back in a moment.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Alrighty, we rejoin you here between the Bombers and the Astros, live from Starion Bank Field. We have a new pitcher out on the mound. You can see Jordan Leininger coming out from center field onto the mound, seeing him warming up right now, and he swaps with Mike Rosberg. Rosberg will go over and take Leininger's old spot in center field. So our first pitching change of the game coming in the bottom of the 5th inning. And a critical moment here for the Astros. Erickson, Sullivan, and Matter, the 3-2 up, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Bottom of the 5th in a 1-run game.
For the Astros,
this could be a very
Anthony
important
Erickson.
inning in the grand scheme of this ball game. And Anthony Erickson, who's had a hot bat thus far, settles in to lead things off. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. First pitch to Erickson, outside for a ball. 1-0 the count to the shortstop. Erickson chopping the second pitch over towards third. Lamont picking and throwing, and he gets the out for out number 1. That brings up Logan
First
Sullivan.
baseman Logan Sullivan.
Sullivan will settle in with the bases empty and 1 down. He's 0 for 1. Flew out his first time up and then walked in his previous trip to the plate. Leininger from the windup. First pitch to Sullivan. Sullivan cutting through for strike 1. Leininger kicks and fires on an 0-1 count. That one missing outside by just a hair. It was a fastball. It makes the count 1-1. Even count pitch, and Sullivan chopping that one in the ground over towards Lamont, who's been busy. Lamont off platform throw, and he can't get it in time. Couldn't quite tell if Kalbrenner came off the base or if the throw was just not there in time. But regardless, Sullivan digs it out and reaches first on an infield single. 1 on now for Grant Matter.
Second baseman Grant Matter.
Matter is 0 for 2 in this ball game with a ground out and then reached on a fielder's choice in his previous trip up. Matter swinging on the first pitch. It's a liner over towards center field, and Rosberg climbing up to make the catch for out number 2. Bit of a nervy moment right there for post 2, as looked like that one might have just gotten over the glove of Rosberg. But he's able to snag it. That brings up Hayden Crescent with 2 down. Crescent 0 for 2 with the strikeout and a flyout. He's got Sullivan on first. And the Astros will look to avoid leaving a runner on first here, as we're starting to get out to the nitty-gritty of this ball game. 8 hits on the game for the Astros. They've doubled up the hit total for the Bombers, yet the Bombers holding the lead by 1 run here. Somewhere, Billy Bean is smiling. It's not always about hits, it's about getting on base. Here's the 1-0. That one in the lower part of the zone for a strike, 1-1 the count. Also think of the late, great Joe Morgan, second baseman for the Cincinnati Reds during the Great Big Red Machine. He had a quote once where he said his favorite moment is when he draws a walk on first, steals second, reaches third on a wild pitch, and then is brought home on a sacrifice fly, because he knows back of the pitcher's mind he's given up a run but hasn't given up a hit. Two and one the count now to Crescent. That one catching the outside part of the zone to even up the count. Big 2-2 pitch up coming from Leininger. And he can't quite get the strikeout looking right there. Nice patience by Crescent. That fills up the count. That certainly seemed like a pitch where he was looking to maybe get a chase outside the zone on a 2-strike count, but Crescent holding off, and here's the payoff pitch now from Leininger. And he got him looking for strike 3 to end the inning. After 5, the score remains 4-3 as the Astros get one hit but no runs. Bombers still lead 4-3 here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Good game on our hands, and we've got more coming up right after this.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo.
What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
Alrighty, welcome back here to Starry on Bank Field. 4-3 your score. The Bombers leading the Astros by 1 run as we approach the top of the 6th inning. It's going to be Mike Rosberg, Zach Lamont, and Owen Beam, the 3-2 up. Numbers 6, 7, and 8 hitters here for post 2 as they'll look to protect and maybe extend this 1-run lead. Rosberg 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout in this ball game. And the first pitch he's swinging on, it's hit over towards Such at third base, a grounder, and it results in a ground out. 1 pitch and 1 down. Good start for the Astros. 1 down now for Zach Lamont. Lamont's 1 for 2 with a ground out and a single. First pitch on the way to Lamont, and it's a pitch taken on the outside part of the zone for a ball. 1-0 the count. Barda's pitch missing inside for ball 2. Two and 0 now to the third baseman. Barda's pitch catching the zone, a fastball for strike 1. Here's the 2-1. It's a breaking ball catching the inside part for strike 2. 2-2 count now to Lamont. Barta looking for out number 2. From the windup, here's the pitch. And it's going to be grounded over towards Matter at second. Should be out number 2. And it is a 4-3 ground out. 2 down now for Owen Beam. Beam 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out.
Owen Beam.
He'll look to keep the inning alive here for the Bombers. Barta's first pitch of the at-bat in for strike 1. 0-1 to Owen. Fastball catching the low and away part of the zone right there for strike 2. Quick 0-2 count on Owen Beam. Barta 1 pitch away from another 1-2-3 inning. The 0-2. And he just misses outside. 1-2 the count. That was one where you could sense maybe those Astros infielders ready to run back into the dugout, but good patience right there by Beam to lay off that one. He stays alive. The count 1-2. Now time will be called. And a nice little move right there by Crescent. Wonder if there's a little soccer in his background with the first touch like that. Count 1-2. Barta deals, and that one missing low for a ball. Two with 2 down. And it's going to be popped up, carrying, maybe foul. And it will be foul as Nelson gives chase over in right field. That keeps the count at 2-2. Been a nice battle here in this at-bat between Barta and Beam. Two is fouled off, and Beam stays alive once again. Barta kicks and fires on a 2-strike count, and it misses high for ball 3. And now Beam looking at a full count. He was down on the count 0-2, and he's managed to weasel his way into a full count. Here's the payoff pitch. And it's taken looking for strike 3. Barta got him looking, and that ends the top of the 6th. Beam can't believe it. And that's a massive strikeout to turn it over to the bats of the Astros. They trail by 1. They've got 6 outs to play with to make it up. It's 4-3 here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Big bottom of the 6th, excuse me. Coming up right after this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Alrighty, welcome back to baseball. It'll be Drew Rarick leading things off for the Astros in the bottom of the sixth. He's got 1 run to make up and 2 innings to do so. Rarick, an ideal candidate to get things started as he's 2 for 2 on the game with a double and a single. First pitch to Rarick, a fastball, low at the knees for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one swung on and missed for strike 2. Leininger out ahead in the count early on. Here's the 0-2. And it's just fouled off. Check swing that Rarick was able to get a piece of right there at the inside of his bat, and he stays alive. Leininger from the windup, and it's a grounder over towards shortstop. Meyer on the throw and the catch made over at first by Kalbrenner for out number 1.
Third
6-3
baseman
ground
Alex
out brings
Such.
up Alex Such, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Base is empty and 1 down for the third baseman. Here's the first pitch. Outside for a ball. Leininger deals, and that one is flared up high and foul. Evens the count at 1-1. Third pitch of the at-bat catches the outside corner of the zone. 1-2 the count. Leininger 1 pitch away from out number 2. On the 1-2. Missing for a ball. Nice take by Such to stay alive. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another 2-2, and that one going to be popped up high, but should be playable as drifting back and now dropping in between. It was between Beam and Sveit. It drops and hits grass, and that puts on Alex Such with 1 down.
Right fielder Matt Nelson.
Matt Nelson up next, as that'll go down as hit number 9 for the Astros. Nelson 2 for 2 with 2 singles, and he'll look to keep that rolling. Nelson swinging on the first pitch. It's driven up the middle. Could be a chance for 2. It's flipped over to second, over to first, and it's a double play. And that ends the 6th.
Inning, no runs on 1 hit.
Fantastic work by the middle infield as we head towards the 7th inning. Your score remains 4-3 here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. More baseball, final inning, most likely looming right after this.
Go Promo is your go-to for custom apparel, screen printing, embroidery, and hundreds of other promotional products. Put your company logo on a t-shirt, jacket, calendar, mouse pad, pen, or even a backdrop display for an upcoming event. Possibilities are absolutely endless at justgopromo.com. You can also easily set up an online apparel store for your sports team or business. Email or call Twyla, and she'll set up the store, set up collection for online payments, and even deliver your products packaged and ready to go. Email her today, Twyla at justgopromo.com, or call 388-4852. Go Promo. Consider it branded.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Alrighty, top of the 7th, about to get underway here on Magnitude Sports. Levi Sveit, Sam Osak, And Landon Meyer, the 3-2 up here for the Bombers as they still lead 4-3 here in game 1 of 2. Carson Barta out for inning number 7 of pitching, and his task is to keep it that way. Try and turn it over to the Comets, or excuse me, the Astros bats here in the bottom of the 7th. Sort of shades of the Comets game though, both of them yesterday, as those were both two very close games, and I said it before, I'll say it again, both of them going into extra innings. Both of those scores final after 9. It's hit hard over towards Matter at second. Matter with the diving stop. Sullivan can't quite corral it over at first, and Sweet is safe at first base.
Top of the order for the Bombers, the catcher, Sam Osak.
Will be officially ruled as an error as Sweet reaches first. Brings up the leadoff, and Sam Osak. Osak 0 for 3. Struck out, lined out, and grounded out. All he's missing is the fly out for the cycle of getting out. I'm sure that post 2, hoping that that's a cycle that he breaks. He shows bunt, and it's fouled off for strike 1. Barta, second pitch of the at-bat. Bunt being shown again as the corner infielders coming in, especially Such trotting in. And it's taken for strike 2 with an 0-2 count. Barta dealing on an 0-2. Can't quite hit the zone right there. It's ball 1. Sweet, the runner on first after the error. The count 1-2 to Osak. Barta's pitch is hit in the ground softly, as it'll be ruled a foul ball. Now Osak down in pain. He's hobbling under his own power. See if this is a ordeal that he can just walk off, or heaven forbid that be something a little more serious and he has to come out of the game. But it looks like right now he's walking around. Coach going over to have a word with him, just check on him, make sure he's okay, as we've seen a few times throughout this season. 7:05 now your local time, as we're an hour and 38 minutes into this ball game. As it's nearing its conclusion, 4-3 your score. The Bombers up on top over the Astros. Game 1 of 2 of a doubleheader. Take a moment to remind you that Game 2 will be found here on Magnitude Sports. We'll shut down this broadcast once this game has gone final and set up a entirely new broadcast for Game 2. We'll see exactly what the situation is here with Osak, as he's still walking around. He's looking at a 1-2 count should he re-enter the batter's box. Now it looks like the coach going to have a word with the umpire and update the status of his player. Also going on Magnitude Sports, it's the Stars versus Williston over in Williston. Last I heard, the score was 2-0 in favor of the Stars in the 5th inning. Not sure if there's been any development since then, but that game can also be found on Magnitude Sports. Game 1 and Game 2, a doubleheader going on over in Williston. Looks like Osak will be resuming the at-bat, which is always good to see. He'll dig back in on a 1-2 count. First, a pickoff throw over to first. Sweet slides in safely. Pitch to Ozak is going to be popped up towards the outfield. Charging in and making the catch is Grensteiner for out number 1.
Shortstop
brings up Landon Meyer. Meyer 0 for 1. 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches actually. And then he flew out his last time up. He's got one out with one on. Here's the first pitch to Meyer. It's taken low and away for a ball. Want to know the count now to the shortstop. Second pitch on the way, and that one also missing the zone for ball 2. Barta on a 2-0. That one finds the zone for strike 1. Fastball down the middle. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Outside for ball 3. Nice stop right there by Crescent to keep the ball from rolling any further. It's a hitter's count to Meyer at 3-1. Barta will step off the mound, check over on first base as Feet slides in head first. And that pitch finding the zone for strike 2. It's a full count to Meyer at 3-2. Here's the full count dealing from Barta, but first a pickoff attempt. His feet back in, safe at first once again. Three-two pitch in the dirt for ball 4. Meyer will take his base over on first as Feet heads over to second. 2 on and 1 down now for Charlie Kalbrenner.
First baseman Charlie Kalbrenner.
Kalbrenner 1 for 3 with a double, a ground out, and then a fly out. Here's the first pitch to Kalbrenner, and he watches it outside of the zone for ball 1. 1-0 the count to the first baseman. Second pitch of the at-bat is a fastball in the zone for a strike. 1-1 the count. Barta checking over on his feet at second. Now he'll deal that pitch in the zone for a strike. 1-2. One pitch away from a big second out right here is Barta. The 1-2. It's chopped foul down the line. Kalbrenner stays alive. Count remaining at 1-2 after the foul ball. Barta's pitch is going to be hit hard over toward short and getting past Erickson. Feet heading for third, and he's going to be held up. That's going to load the bases. So I'll be ruled as a single officially.
Pitcher Jordan Leininger.
And that brings up Jordan Leininger with the bases juiced. Leininger 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and then he flew out his last time up. And with one down, a chance right here for Leininger to pad the lead a little bit for the Bombers. First pitch of the at-bat cracked over towards second, a chance to get the out at home, and it's not going to be corralled. Zvita's going to score now. Heading home is going to be Meyer, and Meyer slides in safely. It's 2 more runs for the Bombers, and they now lead 6-3. Big time moment right here as the Bombers extend their lead to 3. Looked like it would have been a chance to get the out at home, potentially even the double play. But instead, as that's going to be ruled as an error, will also probably be the end of the night for Carson Barta, who's over 100 pitches now. As it looks like we'll have a meeting on the mound here. So we'll get everything sorted out. The runners scoring from second and third. And then Leininger going to second and Kalbrenner going to third. One down still as the score now 6-3, and that's where we stand here as the meeting has been adjourned quickly, and it looks like Barta will stay out on the mound as he'll look to finish off this inning right here. He's got 2 guys he's got to get through here unless they pull a double play here with second and third. Brady Manley, Mike Rosberg, and Zach Lamont, the 3-2 up.
Following intentional walk to Manley.
It'll be an intentional walk.
Brings up the center fielder, Mike Rosberg.
He's going to load the bases for Rosberg. So we saw an intentional walk pay off last night, as I was mentioning earlier. Now we'll see if it's post 400's turn to have an intentional walk, bases loaded double play. That's probably what they're gunning for. Rosberg 0 for 3 with a flyout, a strikeout, and a ground out. First pitch coming in high for ball 1. The count 1-0 to Rosberg. Second pitch of the at-bat missing for ball 2. Barta on a 2-0 count. Has his pitch cut through and missed by Rosberg for strike 1. 2-1 now. From the windup, here's the pitch. That one is chopped in the ground but drifting foul for strike 2. Would have been a tough play over at third by Such, but thankfully for him and the Astros, foul ball and out of play. Now big pitch up coming from Barta on a 2-strike count. Here is the 2-2, and that one is going to be hit hard. Leiner, and getting through past Erickson. That's going to score a Kalbrenner from third. And coming in from second is Leininger, and it's 2 more runs for the Bombers. They now lead 8-3. It's a 2-run single for Michael Rosberg. Now we'll have another pause in the action here. Runners will be on first and second for Zach Lamont, who's 1 for 3 with a ground out, a single, and then a ground out. Also go down as hit number 6 for the Bombers. And they lead this ball game 8-3. Looks like this might be the end of the night for Barta. Barta unofficially 113 pitches on the game, 47 balls and 66 strikes. And it will be the end. So we'll get the new pitcher out there and cut away to break here as he warms up. We'll see for sure who exactly it is, as it looks to be trying to find the number here. I believe
Now
that
pitching for the
is Michael
Astros.
Grensteiner, and it is.
Mike Grensteiner.
So Grensteiner will come in and pitch, as we'll have a few changes around the diamond. We'll be right back while he warms up. 8-3 your score here. Bombers leading the Astros on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Alrighty, so we're back in action now here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. It's going to be Zach Lamont who will be settling in, facing off against Michael Grensteiner. Anthony Erickson now out in left field, and Carson Barta out at shortstop. Most of the changes across the diamond here for the Astros. Top of the 7th, 1 down and 2 on. Manley and Rosberg, the runners, at second and first respectively. Grensteiner's first pitch is taken for a ball to Lamont. 1-0 the count. .1-0 is hit hard but foul by Lamont. That evens up the count. Here's the 1-1. That one hit foul the other way and a little bit behind, as Lamont now looking at a 1-2 count after those last 2 foul balls. Grensteiner from the stretch. His pitch fouled off as the runner Manley taking off for a third. But he'll have to come back, as that's the 3rd straight foul ball, the at-bat. Count at 1-2. Pitch on the way from Grensteiner. It's a chopper over towards Such at third. Such can't quite corral it. Nice backup right there by Barta, as Lamont will be safe at first, and that loads the bases. Owen Beam up next. That'll go down as hit number 7 for the Bombers. Owen Beam 0 for 3 with a flyout, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Pinch hitting for Beam is number 25,
Actually, we'll have
Mason
a pinch
Hermstead.
hitter. It's going to be Mason Hermstead that'll come in and pinch hit for Owen Beam. He's got the bases loaded. This will be the first action we see of Hermstead here tonight. First pitch, Hermstead hitting hard in the ground over towards Such at third, trying to get 2 to end the inning, and he does. Double play. Alex Such gets the force out at third and over to first for the other force out. And that's going to do it here for the top of the 7th inning. It's a good one for the Bombers as they string along 4 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1 on base off 2 errors as well. Bottom of the 7th, Astros got to catch up here. 5-run game as we head towards the final half frame potentially. Back with more after this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Center fielder Kobe
All right,
Nissen.
welcome back to Magnitude Sports presentation of the Bombers and the Astros. It's 8-3 here. The Bombers with a 5-run lead, their biggest of the game. As we head towards the bottom of the 7th inning, Colby Nissen leading things off for the Astros. Nissen takes the first pitch low for ball 1. He's 0 for 2. Ground out and a fly out in the ball game. It's Nissen, Carson Barta, and Anthony Erickson. Those are the 3 due up for the Astros. Second pitch on the way to Nissen, and Nissen hitting that one hard right towards Leininger. A line drive to Leininger, and he gets out of the way. It's a base hit for Nissen, his first of the game. One on now for the top of the order, and
Carson Barta.
Barta 1 for 3, grounded out, singled, and then grounded out his last time up. First pitch to Barta, outside for ball 1. 1-0, Nissen the runner over on first base. As the Astros look for an impressive comeback right here. They're down 5 in the bottom of the 7th. Second pitch, Barta takes for ball 2. Patience at the plate for the leadoff hitter, and he's worked himself into a 2-0 count. Leininger's pitch on the way, and that one in the upper part of the zone for strike 1. Count now at 2-1. Fourth pitch of the at-bat is popped up the other way and foul. That evens the count at 2 apiece to Barta. Leininger going to deal on a 2-2 count, and that one Barta fouling straight back and staying alive. Count remains even. Barta just missing that one. Another 2-2 on the way. That one outside for a ball. 3-2 the count now as Nissen looked like he was about ready to take off, but it was corralled by Osak. Nissen diving back in. Leininger from the stretch, but first time is going to be called. Barta will step out of the box. Payoff pitch on the way, and it's popped up high but out of play. Foul ball. Count remaining at 3-2 to Barta, as he will look to reach base here. No down and 1 on for the Astros. Another payoff pitch upcoming, and he got him swinging for strike 3. Leininger strikes out Barta for the first out of the inning.
Left fielder Anthony Erickson.
That brings up Anthony Erickson. Erickson 2 for 3 with 2 singles and then a ground out in his last trip up. So we're now 2 hours into this ball game. You're in the bottom of the 7th. 8-3 your score. First pitch low to Erickson for a ball. Another reminder that game 2 will be starting up shortly after this one. That one found on Magnitude Sports. It'll have its own separate stream, so keep your eyes peeled for that one once this one goes final. 1-0 to Erickson, and it's popped up towards the outfield. Drifting back into the shallow grass is Beam for the out. 2 down now for
the first baseman, Logan Sullivan.
And he represents the final hope here for the Astros in game 1. Sullivan 1 for 2 with a fly out, a walk, and then a single his last time up. 2 down and 1 on for him. First pitch high to Sullivan for a ball. Taking off for second is Nissen, and he's in safely. Want to know the count now to Logan Sullivan. Hosack will have a word with Leininger quickly on the mound. Now they will settle back into their respective positions. Sullivan taking a chance to get a few strokes in as well. Second pitch of the at-bat upcoming from Leininger. It's a fastball swung through for strike 1. Even count now to Sullivan, 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. That one high for a ball. 2-1 the count. Time going to be called once again now. Sullivan will get a few practice swings in. He's working with a 2-1 count against Jordan Leininger. Leininger, who came in for relief for Rosberg out in center field. He's got 14 balls, 23 strikes, 37 total pitches on the game thus far. That pitch missing low for ball 3. 3-1 the count to Sullivan as Nissen heads over to third. Colby Nissen now 90 feet away from scoring run number 4 here for the Astros. Resetting now is Leininger from the stretch. And his pitch missing for ball 4. Sullivan will walk, and that puts runners on the corners. Grant Matter up next. He's 0 for 3 with the ground out. Reached on a fielder's choice, and then he flew out his last time up.
Second baseman Grant Matter.
Here's the first pitch to Matter. Matter fouling that one straight back for strike 1. towards the 0-1 to the second baseman. And it's taken high for a ball to even the count. 1-1 now to matter. It's Colby Nissen on third base and Logan Sullivan on first. Third pitch of the at-bat is popped up high. That might do it. As drifting over from center field is Rosberg, and Rosberg corrals it for out number 3. We have ourselves a final here on Magnitude Sports. Your final score in Game 1. The Post 2 Bombers topping the Post 400 Astros 8-3 here in Game 1 of 2. 5-run victory on the road for the Bombers. We're going to shut down this broadcast here and get the new one set up for Game 2, which should be coming up in a matter of moments here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Don't go anywhere. We've got another game between these two teams. Hope to see you guys again soon.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.